Welcome back, guys. It's the first month of 2023 and we're already rocking and rolling with the ATM business this month. So this year I set a couple of goals for myself. I set a goal within my ATM business to grow from 10 ATMs to 20 ATMs, nearly double by the end of the year. Well, I decided to take the ball rolling this month and just go all in. In January, I actually landed a new location for my ATM business. For those of you who watch me for ATM content, hopefully you can find some value. That way you can find your own location in 2023. This location was fairly easy and required no work at all for me to actually land it. All it really required was building relationships, which is why I tell people in order for you to level up in the world, you have to build relationships. So what is this location? It's actually a thrift store in South Central Los Angeles. It's actually where I grew up. And I think it's gonna be a great location because people in the hood tend to use a lot more cash than people in the modern part of Los Angeles. So how did I land this location? It's a lot easier than you think. There's a reason why I tell people to talk to everyone and anyone, because you just never know who can change your life. And one of the easiest ways to reach out to other people is by just posting it online, showing people what you're about and what you're interested in. I'm not one to be scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, or scrolling on my social media feeds, but I am one to go ahead and post about what I do. That way people think of me when it comes to certain things, like business. It doesn't require much planning or anything at all. Just posting a picture here and there and posting a story and just documenting your journey on whatever it is that you do can go a long way for a lot of people, and it can help you build stronger, meaningful connections with other people. Well, the night right before the new year started, I actually met an old friend of mine. It was a friend that I actually grew up playing soccer with. You see, we had mutual friends that connected us that same night. We went out, he asked what I did, he found out what I did, and we exchanged information. A couple days into just being friends online, he saw that I posted something about my ATM company. He shot me a DM saying that his dad actually owns a store in LA and they've been thinking about having an ATM in that location. It's a cashless location. We talked about the agreements and how it worked, and we came into an agreement of putting an ATM into their location. I'm actually installing the ATM this January and I really hope it does well. But one thing you want to remember when you're getting a new location in the ATM business is that it might fail. There are a lot of locations where they're just bad locations. Not every location that you get is going to be a home run, but it might also work. So I'll never know until I just put a location and I just test it out for a month and see what happens. Just because someone is willing to give you a location and allow you to put your ATM into their location doesn't mean it's going to be a good location. You always want to take into account how much risk you're going to be taking, how much money it's going to take, and most importantly, how much time is that machine and that new location going to take away from your business altogether. But that's what comes with getting a new location. It's just a matter of risk and only time will tell. But the moral of the story is this: the more hands you shake, the more money you make. You have to have the ability to overcome being uncomfortable and introduce yourself to everyone and anyone, because you never know who can change your life. Building relationships is how you move up in the world, and you're not gonna move up in the world if you don't meet other people. That's what life and business is all about, making connections with other human beings. I also learned that I'm only one person and I could only be at one place at a time. So in order for me to level up, I have to find a way to multiply myself. Creating content and constantly posting about what I do is how I'm able to multiply myself. Little by little, people will get the gist of what I'm about, and as soon as something comes into their mind related to what I do, they're gonna think about me. Soon enough, just give it some time, your fruits will come into fruition. If people don't know what you do by you constantly posting it and documenting it, they're not gonna be thinking about you. And nowadays, attention is one of the biggest currencies that's out there. But I get it, trust me, I get it. For some of you, it might be really uncomfortable at this point in time in your life where you're too scared to say hello, you're too scared to introduce yourself to other people, and you just want to stay home. You have to come out of that. There's no way around that if you want to be successful in business, if you want to be successful in life. The only difference between me and you is that I've done this 100 times. When you get to your 100 rep, you're going to notice that your 101 rep is going to be a lot easier than your first ever rep. It's just repetition. Anyhow, I really just wanted to make a quick video to give you guys an update of my life, teach you something about the ATM business, and most importantly, just remind you that building relationships and posting things online is how you're going to advance in the most modern day of living. So besides that, hopefully you found some value in this. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.